So today we're on the 2011 Toyota Tacoma with the 4-liter V6, 4-wheel drive, hydraulic, brake booster. This is my son's car. I thought I would just do a walkthrough of what options this particular vehicle has with this Autel. What the Autel is able to do as far as active test and special functions. So right here, if you ever get to this screen and you're trying to figure out, hydro type VSC, vacuum type VSC, just go out and look at your brake booster. If you have the vacuum type, that's what that is. This particular one's hydraulic. There is no vacuum line going to the brake booster. So, and just real quick, we'll go into programming. Just see what options that it's got there. So it's got warning. Not sure what that's going to be. Let's take a look. Okay, not supported. Wouldn't surprise me if none of these are supported, but we'll see. Now, it's possible that maybe on European models or whatever, it may be supported. We'll take a look at hot functions. Got your standard hot function items there. And then we'll go into diagnostic. We're going to go into control unit. And we got one page of modules. Of course, the first one we'll take a look at is engine. So we've got active test. Okay, got 3 pages. Fuel injection volume. Control the injection volume for a AF sensor. That's airflow sensor. Activate the fuel pump. Some of the stuff I'm not even familiar with. Activate the lockup. Not sure what that does. Of course, you can always go into it and it kind of tells you lockup solenoid. I guess that's for the converter. Okay, we're on page 2. Go to page 3. Yeah, so I guess on Toyotas, I'm not that familiar with Toyotas. The transmission and the engine computer are the same thing. The ECM, I guess, controls the transmission, which makes sense because we don't have a separate transmission computer here. A lot of the newer cars now, you'll have your engine control module and you'll have a transmission control module. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. You know what we forgot? We forgot the special functions. So that was the 3 pages of active test. Let's take a look at special functions. Special functions is what I consider, that's where the good stuff is a lot of times. Yeah, so if you was going to replace the ECM, this would be where you would go to read the old VIN and then write the new VIN to a new ECM, I believe. Reset memory. Okay. ABS module. And the ABS module is usually pretty important on these vehicles because this vehicle's got the A-track active track. I think that's their stability control. It's got hill descent and all that stuff. So, you know, the computer's going to control each individual wheel, whether or not the brakes need to be applied. So there's a lot going on. So you want to be able to troubleshoot it as thoroughly as you can, and that's where a scan tool that allows you to do, you know, like the stuff that we're looking at here. You know, that's where they come in handy. That's where they really shine, as opposed to just your, you know, little scanner that all it tells you is just live data. Okay, you get all that. And I'm just letting you guys, you know, this is the typical walkthrough where I'm just showing the screens. You guys can take a look and see what options, you know, that you see. I'm obviously not going to click on each and every one of these. We'd be here for a couple hours. But, you know, kind of, if you have a vehicle of your own, or if you work on this maker model, it'll kind of tell you what one of these scan tools are capable of doing. That's what these walkthroughs are all about. Of course, you're under special function, you know, you got to be able to bleed the brakes if you change out, you know, an ABS module and stuff. So that's what this air bleeding is. So, you know, you'll be able to definitely do that. Airbag. If you ever have to change out an airbag, you want a scan tool that's, you know, going to be able to do it. Okay, so this has just got the signal check. So now on Toyotas, some manufacturers, whenever the airbags go off, you have to replace the module. Some manufacturers, if you have a scan tool that's capable, will let you reset the module. Okay, what was that? Combination meter, tire pressure monitor. You know, and like signal check. So what's handy about signal check on whenever you're checking your tire pressure monitor is it tells you the signal strength of the TPMS sensors in the tires. And we'll go through that real quick. Forget it. Okay, so we're going back. Now this has just got a basic cruise control, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, so it's just going to have live data and trouble codes. Immobilizer. This is where you're going to program a new key. There's security indicator. Under active test, special functions is where it's going to allow you to program a key. You can also erase them. And occupant detection. I don't know if you guys can hear that rain. It's kind of raining out today. That's how you can calibrate the seat pressure sensors, so that you're, you know, you've got a passenger airbag on and off. You also got a key there that either you can turn the passenger airbag completely off or put it to auto. And I think that's about it. The one thing that I'm surprised, and it may be, we need to go back. Vehicle profile, maybe? I'm surprised that that's hot function. It's not what I wanted. The one thing that I'm kind of confused about, let's see if it's got it under engine. I didn't pay attention. Is the control module part numbers. It looks like it's missing that. It's got trouble codes, live data, active test, and special functions. So normally there's a what's the first option on most of them? Forget what it says, but you click on it and it gives you all the part numbers of the software and the part number to the module. For in this case, that'd be the ECM or the engine control module. But I'm not seeing it on this, so that's kind of odd to me. But oh well. Anyway, that's excuse me. That's about all I really got. Doesn't really seem to have a whole lot for a 2011 Tacoma. The transfer case, even though it's electronic, it didn't have anything for transfer case unless it was under the engine. Some of those options, most of the stuff seemed to be under the engine, module right here. So maybe the transfer case had some options in there to troubleshoot it. Same with the transmission. But anyway, I guess that's about all I was wanting to show, was just a kind of a walkthrough of the active test and the special functions for this is a 2011 Toyota Tacoma. I'm sure the later model Toyotas are going to have even more, but that's what you get on a 2011.